What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up? We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. All right. So, my name is Chris Faro. And if you don't know, well, now you know. Uh, this is a show that I'm starting. It's called Thinking Out Loud. And, but before we get into why I'm starting this show and why I created it and why I think it's a great idea, I want to take y'all back real quick to a time in history that was crucial. Um, so let me take y'all back to the years 1848. A carpenter in California named James Marshall is working on a sawmill near the American River. One morning, he notices flakes of shiny metal in the water. That little discovery sparks one of the biggest migrations in history. Word spreads fast that gold has been found out west. Within months, people from all over the world are dropping everything. Farmers, shopkeepers, even doctors and lawyers are leaving behind their old lives and heading west with one dream: to strike gold. Tens of thousands of people travel dangerous routes by land and sea just for the chance to dig the dirt. And maybe, just maybe, find that changes their future. Excuse me. Find gold that changes their future. Now, here's the part that most people don't talk about. The gold rush wasn't just about swinging pickaxes in rivers, it created entire new industries. Levi Strauss built the company by selling durable work pants. Wells Fargo, you might have heard of this name, started as a way to move money safely across the frontier. Entrepreneurs popped up everywhere, selling tools, food, housing, supplies. Many of the businesses lasted far longer than the gold itself. But here's the catch: not everybody struck gold. In fact, a lot of people came with nothing and they left with nothing. The difference between those who survive and those who thrive came down to three things: timing, preparation, and vision. The people who recognized the opportunity, who adapted to the chaos, who found a way to provide value beyond just digging for nuggets, those were the ones who won. Now, fast forward to today, it may not look like it, but we're living through the same story all over again. The new frontier isn't California. The new frontier is on the internet. Instead of rivers and mountains, you got platforms like YouTube, Amazon, TikTok, Shopify. Instead of pickaxes and pans, we've got laptops, we've got cameras, trading apps, AI tools. And just like back then, people are migrating. The only difference is they're not migrating from east to west or from all over the world to this specific location. We're traveling from the physical world to the digital world. A lot of people I talk to are starting to leave behind their 9 to 5s, or at least starting to question them. And they're coming online to bet on themselves, stake their claim. And the truth is, the internet is still wide open. There's so much opportunity. You got the opportunity to build wealth, to start a business, to completely change your life in ways that our parents and grandparents couldn't have imagined. But just like in 1848, not everyone's going to make it. Some people are going to stand by, they're going to watch the wave pass, they're going to regret it, they're going to wonder why they didn't act when the ground was shaking beneath their feet. Others will take the risk, learn the skills, adapt, and carve out something that lasts for a long time. You know, something that lasts for generations. And that's why I'm creating this show. Out West isn't just a name, it's a mindset because everything starts in the mind. We're in the middle of this digital gold rush, and the conversations that we're having are about survival, growth, tech, investing, business. It's a movement. Uh, It's a movement. I think it's very important for the new generation, for older generations, for the people that want to be better. This isn't just about me. I'm not going to stand here and act like I'm this expert or guru or I know it all because I don't. This is mostly about me just wanting to create a community. This is about us figuring this space out together. Even back in the gold rush, people didn't survive alone. It was impossible. You had to form a camp, miners had to pull resources together, entrepreneurs thrived because they had networks of buyers and sellers. Nobody built lasting wealth in isolation. Today, it's no different. You can trade stocks, you can flip on Amazon, you can grow on YouTube, but if you're grinding solo with no accountability, with no feedback, with no one to talk to, you're eventually going to burn out, you're going to miss opportunities, or you're going to take opportunities that are going to come very costly. Thinking out loud isn't just going to be about me talking into a mic. Like I said, its main objective is to build a community where traders, content creators, entrepreneurs, whether you're seasoned or you're brand new, can sit down and we can exchange ideas, talk to one another. Again, I want to emphasize how important community is going to be to this show, to this platform. And communities are extremely important because of three things. Oh, that was two. Three things. One is knowledge. We've heard it 1,000 times. Knowledge is power. And as cliche as it sounds, it's true. Knowledge is power. Back in the gold rush, the first miners had no clue how to find or pan for gold. But the ones who learned techniques, who shared maps, who possessed, I mean, my bad, who passed along word of new claims, those are the ones who stood a chance. And it's the same now. The internet's full of rivers of opportunity. But if you don't know where to dig, or worse, if you're digging in the wrong place, you're wasting time. Community is where you swap strategies, where you learn shortcuts and avoid mistakes others already paid for. There's no need to have to go through the same mistakes that others already made when you can ask somebody. And a lot of people are willing to give out that information because I live in a state of abundance. I truly believe that everyone can make it, but not everyone is going to make it. And what somebody else does has nothing to do with what I'm doing over here. Now, the second, accountability. When you're trading, creating, or building alone, it's easy to disappear when things get tough, when things get rough. But in the community, people notice. You check in on each other, you challenge each other. That pressure, the healthy pressure, keeps you consistent. Consistency is where success compounds. Picture, let me see. Picture a lone miner. He could have gave up at any time. No one's watching. No one cares if he quits. But a camp of miners, they push each other. They share the work. They make sure that everybody's pulling their own weight because the success of one is the success of all. You can't be the type of person to sit around and wait for life to happen. I personally think it would be a huge disservice to previous generations and to my mother who struggled to raise me by not taking full advantage of all the opportunities that I have to help me progress forward and to not try to be the best version of myself. If that means risking ridicules or jokes or putting myself in an uncomfortable situation, because believe me, I am very uncomfortable right now. But so be it. Because one, I just have too much honor to be a lazy conformist that sits around and does nothing or would rather play it safe because their self esteem is too low and any type of pushback is gonna crush me. Like, no, it's not who I am at all. I and play it safe for what? I mean, I'm doing fine, but fine isn't. I'm not trying to live to be fine. No, I want to do great. I want to do as much as I can do. That's what I'm about. And two, the reason that a lot of people talk is because you have the time to. Me, I want to spend my time getting stuff done. That's what I'm about. I want to get stuff done. If I'm not trading, then I'm working. If I'm not working on my business, then now I'm trying to create this content, create this show for y'all, for us, for a community, because you know that life of the life trying to be successful, being disciplined, it gets lonely. But I'll get into that later. And my last point is that nobody that ever took a chance on themselves, that betted on themselves, is gonna knock you for trying to do the same thing. If anything, those people, those are the ones that end up collaborating. Look at Meta, Google, Apple, Amazon. Uh, Look at Project Stargate. Oh, these are all examples of people that bet on themselves and they were successful, and now they're shaping the future. And to go further into the last element of community is collaboration. In the West, a single person couldn't run a bank, a shipping line, or a supply store, but partners could. That's what a business is. It's community. You team up with people of different levels, of different expertise, and you build this living organism that benefits the whole. And some might think it benefits others more than the rest, but the truth is life is pretty much somewhat fair. You know, you get what you deserve for the most part. Think let's go back in time. Miners, merchants, financiers, they all teamed up. And that collaboration turned chaos into industries that outlasted the gold rush. And again, if you're on the path of trying to find success, that path is lonely. I know I am not the only person that's stuck between being too different from the current friends that you have, but not quite being successful enough to be around the friends that you wish you had. And another cliche for y'all is that you become the people that you hang around. It's a fact. Your environment 1000% affects your life trajectory. So when you collaborate, you combine strengths and you open doors that a solo effort never could. So when we talk about community, it's not just nice to have, but it's absolutely necessary because the world is changing and shifting fast. And the biggest force behind that shift, AI, artificial intelligence. Jobs are already disappearing. Copywriters, customer service, entry level analysts, roles that people counted on for decades, they're being automated away. And it's not slowing down. Whole industries are on the clock. If you don't adapt, the same AI that's helping others win is going to make you obsolete. And that's the thing. I personally think, well, it's kind of a little bit of both. AI is going to replace a lot of jobs, but it's not only AI, it's the people that leverage AI, that build AI skills that are going to take jobs from those who don't. Think about like the internet. People on the internet started taking business away from the people that didn't use the internet, who neglected it. Another point is you need to learn how to invest, how to trade, how to develop skills that can secure your future. My bad. I just got a brain fart. My bad. But yeah, you need to learn skills that are going to help you secure your future. It's absolutely necessary. And I'm not making this up. Like, even the CEO of Robinhood said it. Look, I'm going to share it with you. Give me a second here.
Worry generally about the short-term impacts of AI on the labor market. I think that in the next 5 to 10 years, if you believe some of the optimistic estimates for the GDP growth and what it takes to get that 6+% GDP growth, if we're in the bullish AI adoption scenario, there's going to be a lot of labor force disruption. And I think that's actually a huge tailwind for the importance of retail investing. So I think it's going to become more important to invest if you can't rely on labor to generate money to make a living, it will become smarter. And so we're going to have to make it easier for people to learn about investing and invest from an early age, that our kids investing. And I think it's going to be private industry like Robin and also the government is going to have to step in. And I think you're seeing the beginnings of this shift. I do worry.
So again, you need to learn how to do these things. It's going to be absolutely crucial in the future. And the truth is, the internet was once optional. You could choose to ignore it and you could still get by, but that time is over. That's long gone. That's not happening. AI is moving so fast that what feels like a luxury skill today is going to be a survival skill tomorrow. If you don't learn to leverage the internet through investing, creating content, building businesses, you risk being left behind in a world where digital skills are the new currency. And that's again why I think what I'm trying to do here is so important because this shift isn't waiting for anyone. But are you going to sit around and do nothing? Or are you going to watch others take it? Me, I'm trying to get this done. Oh, it's raining hard. I'm trying to get it, man. Whatever which way that I can get it, I'm gonna go for it. Have to. And again, it's like I'm by no means rich at all. I'm Now, I don't worry about bills, not living paycheck to paycheck, but I'm not where I'd like to be. And I say all that to say I don't really have much to lose. So why not? You absolutely in life you have to bet on yourself. There's this quote from my favorite TV show. It's called Billions. Y'all should definitely watch that. And Bobby in the show, he says that the economy is like a big casino. And it's true. It really is. The economy is just one big ass casino. And people at the top, they learned how to play. People at the bottom, they, if you're going into the casino with $100, $100 is not going to change your life. You got to be willing to bet big, bet on yourself. Reason why I can do that is because I built the confidence too, because I know the type of person I am. And I'm not the type of person I know I'm not lazy. I know that I love working. If I'm, it's very rare that I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Like I can't do it. I've got to be doing something. If I'm not working on something that I already know, then I might be researching something that I'm interested in or something new. just last night I was researching about things in crypto. Now, I know a little bit, but I also know that crypto is going to change the future. I need to start studying now, not when it's hyped up and then whenever it dies down, just forget about it. No, you got to constantly be on these things. Constantly. I guess it's a benefit that these are the type of subjects that I like, topics that I'm interested in, but we live in a age where whatever it is that you're interested in, you can make content around it and build a business on it, a career on it, whatever it is that you do. It doesn't matter if you like baking, you can start a baking show, sell recipes, make a podcast around it. If you like hiking, you can vlog it, you can build trails or create some type of map or sell hiking products. It doesn't matter. The point is, there's no excuse because thing, whatever thing you're interested in, you just gotta be willing to put yourself out there. Which is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna close this one out today. This is just the beginning. This is the journey. And today marks the beginning of that journey where we're starting to head out west. Thank y'all. This was Thinking Out Loud. And peace.